Because make no mistake about it, if all 64 go out and sign up one person the next month, one of those, a few of those people that everybody's signing up are going to be superstars. All right? Just like that team in Africa went from 4 people to over 500 in just a matter of about 6 months. All right? That's going to happen. The only way it happens is you've got to have a bigger net. All right? And the bigger net, what I mean by that is more people on your team. Okay? So guys, we all are one person away from a major explosion in our business. All right? We just got to follow up and talk to them. And the key to it again, guys, you can't close your own people. All right? Some of us are good enough to do it, but most of us aren't. All right? Even if you think you are. Don't overtalk it. Just send whatever tool you guys use that tool. All right? And just get people to see the presentation over and over again. And follow up. They call it fortune in the follow-up. If the guy who signed me up didn't follow up with me that third time, that third time, he wouldn't have made $1 million in Syntec Global. What if he'd have quit after the second time? Y'all with me? Okay? So those are things. Now, I do a webinar every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. On that webinar, I teach everything I know. I never hold anything back. I want everybody to be super successful. You guys need to be on those webinars. Okay? All you do is sit at home and watch them. Okay? So I know Natalie and Lewis just started a Wednesday at 9:30 webinar. Mine was from 9 to 10, so I got to see if one of us need to adjust our time. But as of now, it's Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the last hour. First 20 minutes is a presentation, okay? And then I do 40 minutes of training. And the last 2 things that I have.
Chris?
Yes, sir.
How do you get on the webinar?
Okay. We will get emails out to everybody. All right. I can write down the link. But we need to figure out the communication. Do any of you guys have an email group where everybody gets an email from?
I get mine from Phil.
Okay.
Good.
All right. Does everybody at least have a way to be communicated? In other words, whether it's through Daniel, Dale, Phil, or anybody, can we get to everybody through email?
Yeah.
Okay. I will email that link out. All right. I'll tell you what it is if anybody wants to write it down. It's www. Matter of fact, I'll write it up on the whiteboard here.
Say it as you write it.
Okay. Any meeting, anymeeting.com/team we XFT1. And my writing's terrible, so I'm hoping this works. All right, anymeeting.com/team we XFT1, and that's every Wednesday at 9 p.m. All right, so I suggest everybody get on that. Okay, I do record it, so if someone misses it, we could get you to record it. But on there, it's real cool. It's some chatting, so people are chatting back and forth. And again, you get guests on, so guests can see the presentation. And then after the presentation, most guests, if they're interested in the business, they stay for the training. Okay? So I do that every Wednesday. All right, now, and I'm going to give Natalie and Lewis a lot of credit on this. We flew out to corporate a couple of weeks ago, and Natalie said, Chris, what made you get started in the business? And it wasn't the product, and it wasn't the comp plan. It was the excitement from the dude that was telling me about it. Then she said, well, why did the first group of people sign up with you sign up? And I said, because I was excited. Nobody asked about the comp plan because I didn't even know it. All right? Nobody asked about the comp plan. Nobody asked for no science about the product. When I had my first group of about 15 people in the room, all of them signed up at 2. All right? So, excitement, guys. And I'm not saying that false hype and all that because I ain't into that. But your belief that this is your ticket to freedom is going to go, I always say, come out of your body and go into the person you're speaking to. So when I'm talking to people, they feel my passion about how I feel about this business, and that gets them excited and gets them signed up. All right? So, you know, if you're there and you're like, hey man, I got this business opportunity, that ain't the answer, right? But hey Sean, man, I'm telling you, this thing is changing my life, man, and I'll help you change yours. That's different, okay? So your belief is really going to get what gets people signed up in the business, okay? So be passionate, have a servant's mentality. I always say you cannot get to the top of the company unless you truly care for people. Actually, you can hit the top, but you won't stay there, all right? You can hit the top by not caring, but you won't stay there. So you got to have a servant's mentality that you're going to help every single person that joins your business, okay? I think that's all I have. Let me just ask, does anybody, one more thing too, on that 150 starter kit, you know you get a $50 bonus. So if you shoot for signing up 10 people and you sign them up, you earn $500 this month. Wouldn't that be a good story to tell people? Right? When people ask me how their business going, well, I just got $500 before the end of the month, and then I'm going to get the team commissions too. Right? That means it's going pretty good. You know, a lot of us, like for me, I need big money. But do you know how $500 can help somebody change their life? $500 a month. All right? So sometimes I get carried away talking big money when somebody else can't even imagine making $20,000, $30,000 a month. Some people can't even fathom that kind of money. All right? So, but $500. So from a 150 starter kit, you can call someone and say, look, man, we can make you your money back. We can get you a profit in your first week. How do you do that? You get them to sign up 3 people. 3 people are going to get them their $150 back before they get the team commissions at the end of the month. And they're building the business. All right? I want you to understand, most of us have been through our warm market. Right? Every friend and family member of mine know about the business. Okay? I still follow up with them. 5 years in, I'm still signing up family members. All right? But if I sign up Sean, right, and Sean signs up 20 people, those 20 people, I make the same amount of money as if I signed them up myself, right? I get the same volume as if I signed them up myself. So every time you sign up a new person, you need to take personal interest in helping that person be successful. This business is this way. If you help a lot of people become successful, you'll be successful too. So all you got to do is help people, and you become successful. All right? So that's the main thing. So now you can go back again to someone, and how do they do it? They can have a home meeting. All right? Y'all can have a meeting like this. They have at least 5 guests to come in. 3 of them going to sign up. All right? So it's just a numbers game, guys. All right, so now, while you guys can have me here, anybody have any questions about anything about the company? I don't care what it is. Good, bad, ugly. Ugly stuff go to Kirk. Good, bad stuff go to Kirk. Yes, sir.
I don't even know what I'm going to ask, but I'm going to come up with a question and fill the space.
Okay.
So,
While everybody else think of stuff.
yeah, well, everyone else thinks of it. Come on now. Okay, so from the leaders that you have on your team, do you find that a lot of people need to enroll, you said you enrolled like 50 people. Do you find that that's common? You got to enroll like 50 people, or do you find some people only enroll a couple and they go through ranks?
That's a great question. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Every Blue Diamond in this company at least enrolled 40 to 50 people. So yes, I say enroll a lot of people. Now you may say, Chris, I suck at that. All right? Well, that's cool. Keep sucking. But keep learning. All right? Because you can learn today and strike gold tomorrow. The beautiful thing is you can get the pearl by signing up just 2 people while you're still learning. We call it earn while you learn. All right? So let's just say, for example, yeah, I can't sign up 40, 50 people. But it don't have to happen right away. This could be over the course of 5 years, like me. All right? So you may not hit it as fast as me. So what? As long as you hit it. All right? I've seen people come in way after me, Jay-Z and Sam and Alton down in Florida, came in way after I did, hit Blue Diamond way before I did. Oh, I was pissed off. I ain't gonna lie. All right? I'm very competitive. So I made sure I hit Team Elite before they all. I was like, I got on my team called, hey y'all, everybody gonna sign up a bunch of people. Y'all need me to hit Team Elite before they do, all right? Like 2 months later, I was Team Elite. It's funny how sometimes people on the team, they step up to help me more than they would themselves. That's why we got to come together as a team. So, and I talked to the leaders last night, y'all need to have a team name. Because when you're part of something like that, it makes you feel like part of something like that. Right? And then you become competitive. All right, so we all got to do it.
So if you recruit somebody from another state where you don't truly have any pins up there, their support is through the third-party call and all the...
Exactly. So what we need to do is follow the system. When they get started, they should have a home meeting, just like they would if they lived here. Right? Now, granted, they may not have a leader there, so what do? They pop in a DVD, and then someone like myself or another leader can Skype in and close out their meeting. All right? Now, let me just be honest. Okay, one thing I am is brutally honest sometimes. Let's be brutally honest. Sometimes when you sign people up where there's nobody else, they have to be strong. All right? They have to be strong-minded because they got to be the pioneer. And being a pioneer ain't easy. But being a pioneer is lucrative. All right? I was a pioneer over in the D.C. area, and it's lucrative. All right? I had to stick through it, but it's worth it. So does that best answer your question? All right? Now, but we train them through the webinars. Okay? So they get the same training on those webinars that everybody else gets. So that's why we do those webinars to keep everybody engaged.
Would you tell them that? Would you say that to them?
Oh, I do all the time. I'll be like, look, because a lot of times people be like, hey, do we have anybody in Houston, Texas? I'll be like, doesn't matter, right? The person you sign up need to be willing to put in the grind. And I get on the phone and I tell them, look, being a pioneer, you're going to go through ups and downs. The cool thing is when you tell people that up front sometimes, they really appreciate it. Because they've been like, every other company meetings I went to, they just talked about you're going to get rich in 90 days, and then I wind up quitting, right? And I've had people say, man, this is the best explanation I've ever had. When I say, look, all we doing is laying bricks, okay? You keep laying, you lay one brick at a time real well, right? So we bring Sean in, we teach Sean everything, we do everything, we lay that brick good, all right? And what's your name, sir? Kevin. All right, then we bring Kevin in. We lay that brick very good, all right? And we keep building, and next thing you know, we got a wall. And then the wall turns into a house, and then to a big mansion, all right? But if you don't lay those bricks right, it's going to fall apart.
Chris,
Right.
that's why you said you gotta find a self-starter.
Yes.
Because if I was in Houston and found and say, who else is here, and I was told nobody, I'd be, all right,
Yes.
I'm the first one. This is all gonna be under me. Other people would go, oh shoot, there's nobody else. I don't know if I can do this on my own, there's nobody else down here.
Yep. That's why we recruit up, all right? Because I'm here to tell you, I'm sure that you guys here, Phil and Daniel, all you guys, when you started, y'all probably were excited. We the first ones. We're going to open up this training center, and we're going to make this thing happen. All right? Same thing I did. I opened up a training center, and I made it happen. All right?
Sorry to jump in here, but the key is what you said at the start. I've always felt, I've been very successful as a distributor myself. And the whole key in my mind of this whole thing is properly piquing their interest.
Yep.
If you can pique their interest and get them to look at the video and watch it, it becomes a no-brainer. Yeah, you save money on fuel. You actually save more than you spend. I mean, there's no network marketing that you get involved in and actually make more money by using the product than you do spending it. Where else can you go and do that? No matter what it is, you're going to spend money to buy their product. With ours, you spend the money, and by using it, you make more money back than what you spent even. So it's a no-brainer. So if people can see that and get through the whole presentation, I don't know anybody that would go, well, that's easy. I'm not going to lose any money. There's no risk. I might as well get involved. The challenge is getting them to see the entire presentation. You got to do that by properly piquing their interest.
Yeah.
Okay?
So let me ask y'all this. Do you have a presentation that you guys use?
The company videos, that's what I use.
Okay. Is it online, or you send it from the back office?
I use the stuff from the back office.
Okay. Now, I have a presentation online that I've done, which is a slide deck that's basically these here, except for John inserted the beginning parts. So I'll write that up here. If you like it, use it. If you don't, then don't.
But how do you get them to watch that video?
The If I Would You. All right? So again, you guys got to read that Start Your Biz Right document. It's one little simple document that explains this business from A to Z. You don't even need any other training other than that document, and you go through it over and over and over again. It shows you how to peak. It gives you the language, how to pique someone's interest. Now, I can't remember it all offhand, but it gives you the exact words to say if you run into somebody. I mean, there's some, Like if it's somebody, let's say you got a cold